on facilitation, assessment, and moderations. I will request some of you who have got your videos or your audios on, please mute your videos or your audios, mute, so that we do not have any interference in terms of the content disruptions. So please just mute yourself so that we can be able to commence. You just need to click on mute, and then there's a small mic that you need to click on to the bottom of your computer or your screen somewhere. If you're using a smartphone, then you can be able to mute yourself. This class is a recorded class, and I'm going to be unpacking or taking you through to some of the key components and aspects of facilitation, assessment, and moderations. Remember, we have been trying to guide individuals individually, but we saw that this is a need to be able to bring together all students who have enrolled onto this program and they are failing to complete, so that you can be able to complete your course promptly and submit your assessment or your assignments which are due. But before I go into the program, I want to emphasize that this is a combination of facilitation, assessment, and moderations. I'll be going through facilitation first in the first 20 minutes, and then I'll pack onto the assessment of the course, and then onto how do you submit your content or your assignments that are due. Okay, so I'll quickly mute some of the people. I'm going to share with you some of the key components quickly on the presentation that I did prepare for you. Remember, the Facilitator course is the first program that we are working with. Facilitator program is the first program that we are working with. There are three components: facilitation, assessment, and moderations. We believe that there's no one who can be able to conduct assessment without acknowledging the importance of a facilitator, because whatever you are going to assess must have come from the facilitation side, so that your facilitator has prepared your learners that are going to be assessed, so that when assessment is taking place, you are indeed following the principles of assessment. And one of the key principles of assessment is that there should be a consistency in terms of learning and development. So we drive assessment from facilitation, then we assess, then later we conduct moderation. I want also to emphasize on this part: facilitation, assessment can be done together. However, you cannot be able to start onto moderations until you are declared competent onto facilitation and assessment. I'll repeat: you cannot embark onto moderations until you are declared competent on assessment and moderations. I've seen most of individuals actually try to do all this all at once, that you try to do one activity in facilitation, and you try to do another activity in assessment, another activity in moderation. It is not going to work for you. We believe, that's why we have this session, we believe that you need to do one at a time so that you can be able to complete promptly. Why is it so? The coursework that you use to conduct or to facilitate is the same coursework that we use for assessment. And in assessment, it's the same coursework that we use for moderation. So the compilation of your POE, whether you have submitted it electronically or in hard copy, send it to our address, our offices, still you are going to use the same evidence to conduct assessment, and you're going to use the same evidence to conduct moderation. Some of the key components or some of the key aspects there will be helping you to complete those assessments. So it becomes easy if you are following one program after the other. Like you finish up facilitation, because when you finish up the content for facilitation, is going to allow you to complete assessment, assessor training. The content or the evidence of assessor is going to assist you to complete moderations, and that's how it's supposed to be. Okay. All right. We are in class, so I have to take my coffee as well. Right? I'm attending to you. My name is Yusuf Nsamba, and I'm the training manager and facilitator for assessment practices. In other words, the entire ODETT program. I am the training manager for it and the co-facilitator on this program. And I'm also in the research and development unit, as well as content development. We call them material or program developer or curriculum designers. We design and develop curriculums for different learning interventions. I'm going to unpack now the facilitation program for a start, and I want you to follow on this content. Remember, this program is aligned on 2117871. The unit standard has now been integrated into Quality Council for Trades and Occupations. I repeat, this unit standard is going to be integrated. Actually, it has been integrated. So you need to complete this unit standard as soon as possible to avoid repetition when you do not submit. All those that do not submit on time will be required now to undertake a new program under the Quality Council for Trades and Occupations if you do not submit within the specific period of time. Right? And also to avoid penalties. Every time you miss a deadline, you are bound, or you are penalized a fee of 250 rand. So you need to submit on time. Okay, you need to submit on time. Every time that you delay on submission, you are penalized. You are charged a penalty on your account, and if you do not pay also that penalty, your account is blocked. In other words, you can submit as many assessments as you want, but no nothing will happen on your account. It will be blocked. In other words, the assessor won't be able to see your results or to mark your results because it's been blocked from going through the next stage of marking. Okay, so please, when we put a deadline for submission, be prompt and submit within that specific period of time to avoid incurring unnecessary penalties. Okay. The program, like I said, it is aligned to 115753, and it carries 10 credits. This is an NQF level 5 program. For those of you who still do not know NQF, please follow us into our next class that will happen. We shall be advertising it for assessment. It will allow you to understand and demonstrate an understanding of NQF systems, okay? But this unit standard, of course, it's an outcome-based unit standard. In other words, it's based on 2 outcomes, learning outcomes and achievements. That's what you're going to be facilitating. So we are basically pointing it out clearly that the unit standard is aligned to the NQF 117871. 117871 facilitation. Okay, and it's for level 5, and it carries 10 credits. I'll unpack for you in the next class of Assessor. That should be today, tonight. We shall be sending through a link for individuals to attend the Assessor program, because we believe these two go hand in hand concurrently. We want to facilitate assessment at the same, facilitation at the same time, assessment together, so that you can get a full understanding of the program. Okay, you'll have questions as well to ask through the in-call message. There's a link there that you can type in. Also, there is what we call Q&A. You can send in your questions onto the Q&A icon and then we can be able to attempt to answer or assist you where you need that assistance. There's a video. Whoever is here on this platform, there was a video sent to you on how to utilize our learning channel, our platform. Everything is supposed to be submitted onto the system. Do not send emails to submit your assignment. Nobody is going to locate your email unless a facilitator has instructed you to do so, right? So I've seen a lot of learners, students sending through the evidence via email. The email that you send through receives lots and lots of emails, because remember, we are an online program facilitator or training provider. So we get lots of correspondences via the same email. Then it means it will be very difficult to locate your email if you have not followed it up with the facilitator, unless a facilitator indicates to you that send via the email and then confirm that he has received your evidence. Otherwise, you might be there seated thinking that you have sent an email, you have submitted, only to find that there's no submission that has been allocated onto your account. So I always emphasize all students, all learners, that please submit via the portal. There is a full video on how to upload every evidence and attach it to your portfolio on your portal. So it becomes easy for us to locate and mark you and grade you, as well as provide evidence or feedback on your submission. Now, remember, this program, the reason why we are conducting facilitation first is because we want to drive and create an understanding that facilitation is the key principle that drives learners' confidence and achievements to be assessed for competency. In other words, there's no way you can become an assessor unless facilitation has been conducted. There's no way you can mark individuals against competence unless facilitation has taken place. Hence, that's why we say, please start with facilitator, complete it, then move on to assessment. The evidence from facilitation will assist you to complete the assessment plan. The main documents that we require in this facilitation tool or course is actually only two documents, only two assessments which are key. Number one is your portfolio of evidence to indicate that indeed you have compiled a POE. And then the second one is the preparation and planning and conducting facilitation. In other words, you prepare a portfolio and then you conduct facilitation. So the main key documents in facilitation conduct is preparation of a lesson plan. All right, the course is all about how do you prepare your class prior to conduct. How do you get prepared? How do you plan? How do you mobilize, all resources that you need for a class to take place? So that's what we always emphasize on. And once you are able to mobilize, once you are able to organize resources, once you are able to schedule to schedule timetables, venues, materials that you're going to use, and then prepare the activities or topics that you're going to facilitate on, that's only when you are able to conduct facilitation. That's when you meet individuals. So doing so, we take you through two main modules. So there are two main modules, which is one, establishing communication in a learning environment, and then the second one is plan and prepare for facilitation. Under the communicative functions, a facilitator must be able to communicate. Number two, a facilitator must be able to plan and prepare for facilitation in any way. And our facilitation in this program is not only limited to classroom facilitation. Remember, the course builds you from just being a classroom facilitator to being a community development facilitator. We call you an SDF, okay, a skills development facilitator at the end of the program. This program also articulates you or allows you to become competent as a qualified facilitator. At the same time, it allows you also to become a qualified SDF, a skills development facilitator. It's one of the linkage that allows you to be connected onto facilitation in the communities. Facilitation in the community. So you will see that one of the key programs that articulates you into this course is that of SDF, for you to become a qualified skills development facilitator. Okay, so these two components, establishing communication in a learning environment as well as plan and prepare, is what we basically focus on into facilitation. All your evidence that you're going to submit will be literally talking about these two main components, main modules, right? That you will be able to provide evidence on how do you establish a communicative function within a group, or how do you prepare and plan, how do you plan and prepare for a class or a facilitation session to a group of individuals, to a community, to a gathering. So it is broad, okay? Very broad. We shall unpack it as we go on. Because of time, our classes are always scheduled for 45 minutes, not over 45 minutes. So you will see that we're going to have a series of these classes on the same program, facilitation, right? 3 times a week. Actually, if you are keen enough, you will see that we have got a timetable or a calendar on the portal. Please try to visit that calendar now and then to see if there's any class that has been scheduled. Sometimes the class might not be planned for on the calendar, but you find that because of the need to push and complete on time, we set up classes, ad hocly as of when they are required, so that individual learners can be able to complete all whatever needs to be completed on time. So please try to visit your student portal and check and click on calendar so that you can see if there's any class during the week. During the week, we have 2 classes. That is on Tuesdays and Thursdays evening, 7:30. From 7:30 to 9:30, we have a class. And also on Thursdays, we have a class from 7:30 to 9:30. This is for individuals who are working. All right. If you are working and you are unable to attend any of other classes during daytime, you can catch up in the evening classes, 7:30 to 9:30, from Tuesdays and Thursdays. And also remember, all our classes are recorded. So in other words, you can go and visit one of the channel, our YouTube channel, and download one of the classes that you might have missed. All classes will be marked with the naming of the date and the class that has been attended. If it's facilitator, it will indicate facilitator training, maybe session 2 or class 2, and then the date on which it was facilitated, so that you are able to follow up onto a particular class. Okay, the copy of a presentation and the training material is also provided to you. So please follow up with onto your portal. You'll go onto resources. Under resources, you can be able to download all the training material that is provided to you for further reading and further research. So do not sit back and wait for a class to happen. Go into the portal and read and get at that understanding. Sometimes you can also read online, because there is a full online book that has been put onto the portal that you can actually read through on your smartphone anywhere. The program has been designed that is on the go. Anywhere you are, you can access our portal and be able to get into that class anytime. Okay, I'm going to attend to one person here. There's a hand that has been raised. Please go ahead and ask a question. One hand has been raised here. Please. Someone did raise a hand. What is the name of this person? Elvis, your hand is up. Do you have a question? I'm not sure whether the names are the true reflection of the individuals attending this class, because sometimes the marking of your names might not be the true reflection of the students. So I don't know. Maybe sometimes next time when you are logging into the class, please make sure you indicate your name so that we are able to follow.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I would like to ask if is there any class on Monday, or is there any support group that could help me in terms of doing the course, because I've fallen behind so much.
Okay, we have got classes on Tuesdays. For facilitation, we have got classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturday this time. So 3 classes in a week.
Okay.
Yes, please.
So there's no any support group or any group students that I could attend with, or a group chat that I could attend to, so that I could catch up? Because
We
like,
have we have a group chat. You can actually go to your portal, student portal, and in your class, you'll see a group of students that are in your same class. You can actually start up a conversation in that class. There are some that are new, some that have not started anything. You can set up a classroom chat actually on your portal and start to engage with the other students.
okay, sir.
Okay, so you can also make a request. I always believe that individuals don't know how to utilize this. If you have subscribed onto our classes, you can also make a special request to a facilitator to organize for you a special class for yourself so that you can be able to exit the program promptly. Do not sit back and say, I'm left behind, I cannot be able to continue. Please follow the portal and also request. We've got individuals who have enrolled onto our master class. The master class is the ODET DT NQF level. It's a diploma. Okay, those who have enrolled for a diploma, the deadline is still continuing. We're still onto the deadline of the 30th July to submit all POEs. 30th of July, all our RPL individuals who are onto the portal, please make sure you submit your POEs on time. Otherwise, if you do not submit, there's going to be a penalty. And the penalty for the full qualification of the master class is not the same as the unit standard. So please follow. If you need that support, engage with us. Send me directly from your system, from your computer. Go and type a message and say, look at my name, Yusuf Nsamba, because when you go into sending message, you can just type in the name of a person, the list will come, whoever is registered will come. So my name as a facilitator will pop up, and send me a message, separate, individual, private message. I'll respond to you immediately. If you try to send me WhatsApp, calling, I'm in classes from Monday to Friday, so you might not be able to catch me. Okay, if you just want to call and talk to me directly, but if you can organize a class yourself, you can schedule a class for us as facilitators. We can engage when you send a request. We can actually we are compelled to attend to you. Okay, any other questions?
Yes, sir. So if I may ask, can I divert from the online to the classes?
At any time, you can divert from an online to a contact class, or to a correspondence class, or to a self blended course whereby you teach yourself, you attend, you submit evidence by yourself. We don't need support. Everything can be done.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to continue to unpack this one quickly because I believe we have got an integration of other students that we need to support in terms of facilitation. Like I said, the most important documents that are needed in this course, Facilitator, I might not go through to explain all the nitty-gritties of this course and what is a facilitator, who is a facilitator. Please go and make research, okay? This is an online program. Go and make research, read more. We have given you the learner guide, the instruments that you need to follow. Go and read more about the program. But the most important part is on to completing the assessments on time. The assessments are onto your portal, most especially for Facilitator. All assessments are done online. So you submit all those assessments online unless there is a meeting scheduled for you to submit through contact. But if not, that's not the case, you need to submit them electronically. And then we have got individuals who have completed already this course, right? They are part of our experiential learning students. I mean, they are doing the diploma program, the master's program. Please engage with them. You know, engage. You might see that you might not know, but try to engage those students. They have completed long time ago. They have been declared competent. They are successful. Create a chat, you know, on your portal, and try to engage who has completed. People will come to you to say, no, I'm part of them who completed. This is how we do it. You can create and mobilize yourself, you know, in terms of those group discussions. They will help you. We have got a lot of individuals. I can give you a name of the few that are actually completed, and then you can engage as well. You can also invite me to those channels, to those chats, and add me as a friend in your chat room, and then I can be able to advise you here and there. Those are on the go support. I can be on my tablet anytime a pop-up message comes in. We can be able to attend and engage the students who are in need of support. So please do utilize those support tools so that you can be able to complete your program on time. I always like Q&As because question and answers always drives and cover a wider scope of discussion rather than me presenting one program after the other. So there are certain things that I don't focus much more on when I'm doing facilitation. But nevertheless, the facilitation program is broken down into three main components. One, the social activities, the managerial, and the technical. As a facilitator, now I'm going to only talk about these ones, and then we shall close this class and then get into the questions and answers on how to complete maybe assignments and stuff like that. So I'll only stop in here. I'm not going to go into breaking down all the nitty-gritties of this. Now, in the social context, it is very brief, right? For one to become a facilitator, you need to be able to interact with others. That's one thing that we have created a portal for you. That portal encourages you to interact with other individuals, dialogue, network. You cannot be a facilitator and you are unable to speak. You are unable to create a relationship with the individual students or mates that you are going to be working with or facilitate to. The same applies to presenting anything. You need to create that friendly environment so that people are able to open up and be able to approach you for support or for advice or for completion of any given task. So please get to know that if you want to become a successful facilitator, be open and be welcoming. Okay, that is the social context. There's any way that I can explain that. It's the simplest way, right? In the presentation notes, it will drive you to so much that mutual understanding, working as a group, maintaining group dynamics, all that is part of social context as a social activity for a facilitator. Whereas in the managerial, you must be able to be organized. Any facilitation can only be done when one is organized. You can never be a facilitator or a successful facilitator if you are lacking the part of being an organized individual. Okay, so we call upon you to be able to organize yourself, organize resources, be able to organize timetables, venues, anywhere where you are able to conduct facilitation. You will see one of the key components or one of the key required documents in facilitation. I think this one can explain it very well. One of the key documents that we need when you submit your facilitator program or your course content or assessment, we need what is called a facilitation report. I mean, a facilitation lesson plan. It's called a lesson plan or a facilitation plan. It means that you must have prepared the group that you're going to facilitate to. You must have got a venue where you're going to facilitate to. The group that you are going to facilitate to must know exactly where and when, what time is the class going to take place, or is the meeting going to take place, and what is it going to be discussed in that meeting, what activities are they going to be doing in that meeting. Whatever thing that you want to do, you prepare it. We call it a facilitation plan. And timetable settings, procedure settings, rules, and all those are incorporative of what is called the management role, right, as a facilitator. So please do make sure that you are organized. I'm going to also take another question here from Mabena. Klaus Mabena, you've got a question. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Hello, morning, Mr.
Good morning.
So I just wanted to ask, I have a facilitation certificate and an assessor certificate, but I think I'm in a wrong class. I don't know if it's okay if I attend, because I enrolled for moderation. So I just wanted to ask, when are the classes for moderation?
Okay.
When are they held?
Thank you so much. You are not in the wrong class. You are in the right class, because we have got a lot of individuals in the same similar class. We've got individuals who are here on a diploma. We've got individuals who are here for the facilitator, assessor, and moderator. These are synopsis on how one can complete each and every program and what key documents are required to be submitted for each and every key. From now, we are finishing up facilitation to demonstrate what key documents are required when they are doing facilitation and how to go about. Then we're going to look at briefly on assessment, and then we are going to look at moderations as well. So you're not in the wrong class, you're in the right class, though a full class for moderation is set for Wednesday. Every Wednesdays we have classes for moderator. All right?
Is it morning or night?
At night, 7:30. All our classes are at night, okay? 7:30 to 9:30. So please make sure you follow the calendar. You need to visit the calendar on your portal now and then to check when is your next class. But I believe every Wednesdays we have a class for moderation. Every Wednesdays we have a class. I think Wednesdays and Fridays, if I'm not mistaken. Wednesdays and Fridays we have a class for moderation.
Okay. No, thank you, Mr.
Yes, so you just hang around on this class, because we're going to talk about moderation briefly as well, so that individuals can know exactly what to be expected in that part. I've got another question from it is not that fancy. I don't know who is this one. Maybe you did ask a question. I don't know who is this one. Please, is it
So I would like to talk to Mabena.
okay? That's good. You can go ahead.
Mabena, could you please assist me in terms of like the facilitation and the is it assessor? Yeah, the assessor. Cause I haven't started as yet, but I have been briefly going through my notes, and I want some help to be able to complete my assignment in due time.
Okay. You know what I can advise you to what you can do? Please, you know that you are in moderation class as well as Mr. Mavena is in the moderation class. Please create a group for yourself that side. Go to the portal, invite Klaus Mavena to be your friend, and then you'll be able to interact, okay? I think that is much better. Also, there is Atenkosi here. He's also one of our master's class students. So please, you can connect with him as well. He can be able to guide you and support you. But he's already practicing as an assessor. So I think he will charge you. I don't know. I think he will charge you because he's already practicing. He's on the master's class already for ODET, the diploma program. So you can also connect to him. He's in the same class of assessor, facilitation, and moderation. Is there already. His name is still there in those class lists. So go and connect those individuals. connect, you can invite them to be your friends and then create a chat.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Because of time, I'm just want to try to quickly to wrap up this program. Like I'm saying, in the main key documentations in assessment and in facilitation is the submission of what is called a lesson plan. And then when they submit a lesson plan, the first key documents, the second document that is to use that lesson plan to facilitate learning. In other words, you need to organize yourself a class. It could be an online class like this one, and then record it as evidence. And then be able to facilitate learning for about one session. It could be a simple session, but as long as you have got a group of individuals that you are facilitating to, there's a full guideline on how to do that in your POE, in the portfolio of evidence. So you can download the entire portfolio from your resources and then facilitate learning. Sometimes you can do it in the group, sometimes you can do it in the community or in a normal class and take pictures or photos of such and then support it as your evidence or send it through as your evidence for marking or for grading. That's what we normally do or request individuals. So 2 things, you must be able to organize. Number 2, provide evidence. So if there's no evidence, there's no way you can prove that you have done a program. Okay. So I'm going to quickly log out here. I'm going to stop presenting this part and I'm going to quickly take you through the facilitator program itself on the system. All right. How you must be able to integrate and get everything done. Now I'm presenting this. I think you are able to see what I'm presenting on your portal. Please make sure that you are connected in this way. The resources, under resources, this is where you find your resource guide. This is a full resource guide. This is the guideline will allow you to complete the POE. Then this is the portfolio of evidence. You need to download it and complete it as per instructions. And then this is the learner guide if you want to read remotely. The students that are in your class, you'll see that we have students that are in your class. If you want to connect to these students, please make sure that you send in individual information. All right. I'm gonna quickly log in here. I'm gonna log in as a student. Actually, I want to log in as a student. Let me quickly take out one person as a student. Who's willing to volunteer here as a student? Is any person can give me a name? Any person can give me a name? Okay, Atenkosi. All right, let me, Atenkosi. Atenkosi is one of the students who completed, so it should be in the completed list. Okay, let me choose this person. Please, if you are able to see, please just alert me if you are not seeing anything. But when you are in the class, this is how your class will look like. Okay, when you have enrolled in as a student. In other words, this is what you're going to see. So what I was saying literally is that if you want to see your classes, you need to come to classes and then click onto facilitator. Like this one is not enrolled for this class. I think this person is not enrolled on any class. We need to enroll someone. We need to find someone who is enrolled into a class. This one is not enrolled. Okay, I want to find out who's enrolled onto this class. Okay, I've got Antonio. You've got a question. Please go ahead and ask your question. Must I pause here?
No, I don't have a question actually, but you can try my I enrolled for all 3.
Okay, let me try yours. I'm gonna try yours. Okay, let me try yours. Should be able to get. Someone is trying to join us. Okay, let us try for Antonio quickly here, and then students under your class. Did you enroll in this class, Mr. Antonio? Because I don't see your name popping up.
Yes, I'm enrolled for Facilitator, Assessor, and Moderator.
Okay, here you go. All right. Okay, now I'm going to log in as you. Okay, are you logged into this very portal, because it won't accept if we are both on the same system, but I will try to bypass it. Good morning, Lazarus. Welcome. Okay, now we are enrolled. This is how your class is gonna look like if you have enrolled for the classes. If you have got all three, they will appear here as all three classes enrolled in. Like I said, you can only start on Facilitator first before you can go on to Assessor and then complete moderations. Okay, so when we go into Facilitator class, literally, you come here to check on the students. You'll see these are the students that are enrolled in your class. You see that? All these are the students enrolled into your class. So in other words, you can chat and communicate to anybody who is in your class. And if there's anybody who is online, you'll see there'll be a green button. If, let's say, perhaps you are in the same group and you are online, you can be able to invite them. Let me quickly go to somebody else. I want to check someone. There's nobody connected online from your classes. Everybody is directly onto the. Okay, we've got Antonio is online. We've got also this person. This person, you can see when you put your cursor onto, do you see what happens? That there is a link that says this person is online, so you can send a message or you can chat to this person. All right. This is how we connect to friends who are into. All right. This is how we connect. So if this person is able to connect to you, they will start. You create a chat, but we do not allow you to stalk individuals, ne? And that's why we removed faces. Before we used to put nice faces. People put nice, pretty faces, and then you find that one is stalking the other. So we don't allow that. Do not stalk. Invite individuals to chat with you or request to be a friend first. We have got a button to request to become a friend, okay? Where you can send in a friend request and chat to a person. So please do so and connect to individuals. Whoever is online, you'll be able to see that this person is online. Like myself, I'm online. You can send me a message. To send a message, you just click on message. To chat to me, you can just click chat. I'll receive that communication immediately. All right? Immediately, and then I can be able to attend to you. That's how we connect. So we have a lot of students in this course. Whoever is available online, you can also invite others. You can invite all of them to be your friends. You can just click here and send them all. You click here and then send them a message, just like this. Okay, you send them a message just like that, and then say help needed. Maybe, or group. You can say group chat. whatever you want to do. Okay, and then type in whatever you want to send here under the text box, and then click send. Right, you click send, and then messages will be sent to whoever you have selected to be part of your new chat room. And that's how we do it. So it's the quickest way on how to connect to individuals. Please do connect. Please do connect. That's the quickest way, because you can create your own. Also, you can go into a chat room and try to connect to individuals. We've got specific chat rooms already that have been created, but people are not connecting, like facilitator interactions or facilitator skills program. People are not connecting to these chat rooms. These are groups that were created for you. So to start chatting and sending in communications, you know, we can start by POE compilation. And then you can compile a POE as a group, you know. Before you know, you're done. That's how we do it. Whatever you do is recorded in your activity list. We shall be able to see when did you visit, whom did you send to, what did you communicate. You're able to see your activities on how you are interacting with other individuals. And that's how it is done. Okay, so I'll quickly pause here for some questions. If you have got some questions, please do ask me before I jump out of this group, this facilitator course. Then we can quickly look into the second one, which is Assessor. Lazarus, thank you. You have asked a question. You have a question to ask. Please go ahead. Okay, we don't have any questions. Let me lower this hand. Can we continue?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to move on to the other part of the program, which is onto POE or assignment completions. POE assignment completions. You can see when you go to assignment, these are all your assignments. For you to begin, you need to start with assignment or activity 1. For you to begin, you need to start with activity 1. Under activity 1, you will be able to complete it online. Okay, this activity is very simple because it's a simple question where you just say, it just says, what is the South African Qualification Authority? We believe that by this time you might have read already the content, you might have video, and then you can be able to answer the questions. To answer the question, you just click here, see discussions, and then type in your discussion. You know, you can post your own here under post. You post, it's a group discussion. You just post your own. Sakwa is the overseer. Let's say, for example, this is what you've done. Okay, SAQA, you just say is an overseeing body for education and training development practices in South Africa, and it controls all. Then when you're done, you just click send. Antonio, I didn't say that this is the right answer, right? So you have to amend it yourself. Okay, I didn't say that's the right answer, but once you send
No
it,
problem. I'll correct it when you are done.
yeah, once you send it, we shall see all, you will be able to see all discussions from other individuals. On our side, I will receive an automatic response that Antonio has completed activity 1 as a group discussion. Okay, you're done. Then it will be marked based on your answer. And then once it is done, all other assignments will open up, because you can see this is a lock. It is locked. Once it is marked, automatically all others will be opened so that you can be able to continue with other assessments, activity 2, activity 3, activity 4, 5. Now, this is how it's supposed to be done. But I've seen some people are doing activity summative assessment, then they come and do activity 3, then they come and do activity 4. You know, do one at a time, because one question takes you to the other. One activity takes, that's how it has been organized in sequence. So do not mix up and complete randomly. Complete them in sequence, 1, 2, 3, 4, because one activity leads you to the other. So the answers that you might have got in activity 2 might be actually leading you to answer questions in activity 3 or activity 4, stuff like that. So once you are marked, you'll see your grading here, and then you can be able to know that now you've been graded. A lot of people normally ask, okay, I've not seen my marks. I don't know where my marks are. The marks are under here, grading. So if you want to know the grading, you just come to all assignments, you will see your grading right here. And then you can be able to know that, okay, you've been graded. Okay, then the other part is on to attendance. Please, if we have set up a timetable to attend the classes as you've been instructed, because you're going to lose. We have got 20 marks given free of charge. The pass mark for this class, or for every class in assessment practices, is 70%. The pass mark is 70. If you get below 70, definitely there's no passing. So, but we have got pass mark, marks that have been given free of charge, just attending class. All right, just attend class, you get a score of those marks. Please attend the classes. Okay, attend the classes. So you'll see, like from today, you'll see the classes will be indicating here attendance. When is the class supposed to be going through? So if you are marked, then you'll say, okay, now I've attended this class, then it's marked according to the calendar. So you will be able to see present, absent, or late, or never attended at all. So we need you to attend the classes at all times. Portfolio. Under portfolio is where we upload every information that you have. Number one, the first information that you're going to have to upload is what we call your personal information, your CV, your ID copy, and your qualifications. Everything that you have got, you need to upload them here. So a lot of people have been asking me, how do I upload my CV? How do I upload my ID copy? You upload them through here. You can create a folder and call it a name, or you can just upload a file directly by clicking on file and then browse where you want to upload. This is where you want to upload. You browse, okay, where you want to upload. Let's say I want to upload something on or anything. Let's say I want to upload something, you know, I want to quickly upload something here. I'm gonna upload something here. I'm gonna upload updated CV. I'm gonna use it as an example, so it will upload, and then you write CV. So I'm gonna delete this one, don't worry, and then you write some description of whatever you're submitting, and of course it is under education, so you just need to put under education and then save. Why? Because the subject must indicate what are you submitting for. So we shall be able to see that you have submitted a CV. You see that? And then the next thing is that individuals forget that once you submit this, you can only see it under your portfolio. Okay? You can only see it under your portfolio. So we can be able to see that you have submitted. All right. So please, that's how we submit. Upload the CV, upload the ID copy, upload the certificates. They must be certified copies of your certificate, not less than 6 months certified. Okay. And most people don't submit certified ID copy. Then we say you not submit evidence, because the evidence must be current. When the ETD PCTA is doing the site visit verification, they look at the submission that has been done on the system, because we don't print out this information. We leave it on the system for them to check. We only delete it after a period of time according to our record keeping policy. So please submit. It must be 6 months certified copies of your IDs and CVs. Submit them through here. And remember, everything that you submit here, we encourage you to send it through to your portfolio. Okay, send it to your portfolio. You can see here, I've already submitted it to the portfolio. If you want to add more, you click add, and then you can add as many documents as possible. Okay, so please do submit your evidence on time. Okay, you can also invite friends if you want to. Here is the invitation of friends. You can invite friends if you want to, but if you don't have friends, there's no need for you to invite friends. So please do so and submit your evidence on time. Now, I'm gonna pause here for any other questions. Please, if you have got any other questions, do ask me right now so that I can quickly move on to the next part of assessment. Facilitation, I'm done with you guys. I only see you in the next class, which is Tuesday. So if you are doing facilitation alone, you can as well log off, and then I continue with the people who are doing assessment. Okay, now I'm going to move on to the next class. That is assessor training. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next class. That is the next class now. I'm going to move on to the next class of assessor training right now. We are in the next class, but if you have got a question before I move on to the next class or the next invitation of the next program, please do so. And then I'll end with the OD program, that is the master's program. And I encourage you, if you have enrolled for facilitator, assessor, and moderator, please take this opportunity. We are running a full OD or the master's program, the diploma program, NQF level 5, and it carries almost 120 credits. Get the entire qualification rather than only focusing on this small unit standard. They are phasing out soon or later. The QCTO is taking over all these programs. So we encourage you to enroll onto the qualification, because the qualification is having more weight than these short courses. So please do so. If you are interested, you can send me a WhatsApp, a message onto your channel to say, please add me onto the OD program. And by the way, we have a deadline. If you want to be added onto the RPL program, the deadline is tomorrow. Okay, Sunday, the 30th. Otherwise, after the 30th, no more RPL. If you want to be part of the RPL program for the entire qualification, please enroll onto it before the 30th or on the 30th. After 30th, everybody will have to complete the full qualification for OD without RPL. RPL means that you will be credited for things like this that you have done or that you are busy completing. Like Assessor is part of the OD, Moderation is part of the OD, Facilitation is part of the OD, so you are exempted. And also your experience, if you are already in education and training, you get credits for the things that you have done prior to these programs, right? So instead of completing the entire course, you end up completing it within a period of 4 weeks to 6 weeks qualification, and then you'll be done with the entire qualification. That is the RPL process that we are busy with. So please take advantage of that as well. Okay, I've got a question that is someone's asking a question here. It is not fancy. What is your name here? Okay, Ivan, is it I see someone is raising a question here. Anybody who is raising a hand, please go ahead and ask your question. Okay, we don't have questions. It's like we don't have questions. Okay, I want to also welcome individuals who are, okay, Joshua, please go ahead and ask your question.
Okay,
Please,
thank you so much for the opportunity.
Also remember, people, please, you can use the Q&A questions. Please, you can use the Q&A to ask your questions as well. Please, that tool is available.
Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity. My question is regarding the facilitator and the OD program that you just talked about. The first one for the facilitator is when I checked, I submitted portfolio of evidence earlier, but I logged in right now and I checked. I didn't find anything on the portal, so I don't know if there was a system glitch or if it has already been accepted and my grading is already taking place. So that's for the facilitator question. Then the second one is for the OD. For someone who has already done Assessor and Facilitator and that wants to do Moderator, do I still need to apply separately for the OD program, or is the Facilitator, Assessor, and Moderator part of the OD program? So I just need to complete a Moderator to get the OD program. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm going to quickly answer the first question. If you have made a submission and you received the notification that you've submitted, automatically we have received it, okay? That is part number one. It might not have been marked as yet, but maybe because of allocation, it needs to be allocated to whoever is going to mark you, or it is just pending marking. That's all, because we receive a lot of we have students. We have got close to about 100 and something students in facilitation alone. So you might find that you might in the queue of being assessed, more especially if you have submitted the POE or evidence that needs to be marked manually rather than the system generated answers, which are onto activities like 1, 2, 3, 4, which are system generated answers. Okay, so if you have got a notification that you've submitted, remember, whatever you do on our system, you receive a message or a notification that your submission has been sent successfully. You always get those things, you know, the notices. So if you have received one, definitely we have your records. I'll just make note of that to follow up onto your submissions. Okay. Number two, if you want to join the OD, you need to make an application as well. You need to add the program of OD on your profile. Okay. You need to add it on your profile by sending in a request. Send me a request via your message that please add me for the RPL of OD. Then we shall be able to conduct a quick evaluation and add you the program. But of course, there is a specific amount of money that you will pay for the RPL. It's not for free. Okay. I want to emphasize that it's not for mahala. It's not for free. It is for paying. The cost alone, if it's not RPL, is 35,000 Rand. But the RPL process, we have lowered it to 5,000 Rand. And it's paid in monthly installments. In other words, you pay a deposit and then you start to pay monthly installments up until you complete the fee. So it's 5,000 Rand to do the RPL course. So it's a full course that you're going to be able to absorb into that. Part of the RPL is that it includes some of the modules that you might be opting to complete, like moderations that you have not done. So you might be able to also get that incorporated into your RPL program. Okay. Okay, so thank you so much. I've seen here Floyd. Lloyd, you have got a question? RPL, Lloyd needs RPL OD program. Fine. Okay. Okay, quickly, we are running out of time. I'm gonna quickly look at the Assessor program. For those of you who have done facilitation and then you are opting to complete Assessor, it's the same process. It's exactly the same. To complete assessments in Assessor course is the same process as completing assessment in Facilitation. You go to your your assessment assignments, and then you will see there will be only 4 assignments compulsory here. Only 4 assignments. What are they? Number 1 is a self-assessment. It's the one that opens up your tool. If you do not complete the self-assessment, the system will be blocked. It won't continue. Then the second one is the formative assessment. The third one is the online survey. And then the fourth one is the practical assessment. Now, the practical assessment is broken down into two, practical 1 and practical 2. Okay. However, we have a full program, a full video presentation on how to complete the Assessor program or POE on the system. Please go to our YouTube channel, like us, okay? Go and subscribe, please go and subscribe on our YouTube channel, BBT Institute. You'll see we have a full YouTube channel. The videos that have been created for completion of practical assessment task, and then practical task 1 and 2, and then how to upload all that evidence into your POE. So this one is a full video that has already been described, or been done. You can just go in there, watch the video, and then start to attempt this one. Assessor is the simplest of all programs. Okay, Facilitator is technical because you need to facilitate. You know, we need to see you facilitating. In assessment, whatever you've done in Assessor, it means you are in facilitation, you're gonna adopt the same information and use it in assessment. The students that you have facilitated to are the same students that you are going to assess. You only need to choose two students only, as candidate 1 and then candidate 2. Then you conduct assessment. Now that you're facilitated to them, then you will get the evidence that you use to facilitate to conduct assessment. All right, so that's a simple process, but please attend our Tuesday class. It's going to be massive because we are going to unpack assessment as well. After facilitation, we're going to move to assessment. So attend the Tuesday class, half past 7 to 9:30. We're going to start with facilitation and then move on. So it's going to be a double session, double lesson. Facilitation, then it moves on to assessment. Please attend that class. All right, and then on the top of and part of moderation, those who are doing moderator course, please, this is one thing that I want to encourage you. Those who are doing moderator course, let me quickly take you to moderation quickly here. Those who are doing moderator training, if you are doing moderator course, let me quickly go to moderation, classes, and then moderator. Those who are doing moderation course, okay, those who have enrolled for moderation. To start moderation is where most people get it more challenging normally. In moderation program, the program is streamlined directly to address the 6 outcomes of moderation. That is, conduct moderation, demonstrate an understanding of moderation, prepare for moderation, conduct moderation, give feedback on moderation, and review on moderation. Those are the only specific outcomes in moderation. And all these specific outcomes are done practically. They are practical using our moderation tool. I repeat, using our moderation tool. We call it the moderation guide. So if you are here and you are going to complete moderator course, please make sure that you first download what is called the resources. Download the resources. Under resources, we have one, the POE. We have got the POE building. We've got the presentation that you can go through. It's like a full presentation on how moderation goes about. And then here is the 2 documents. 2 documents. Number 1, which are very important. The POE, that is POE SAQA 1175759. That's the ID number. And then the moderation templates. The moderation templates. You use these guidelines to complete moderation. The moderator course is based onto the POE. Okay, based onto the POE. Even the instructions, the questions, everything that you do it inside. There's a series of so many questions that you need to complete. So you click on the moderator and download it. Okay, download it. Once you download it, you'll be able to open it up and then complete the moderation tool. I'm going to quickly take you through that part because I believe that's more interesting under moderation. I'm gonna take you through here. Okay, so I'll take you through here. This is the moderation guide, the POE for moderation, and it's streamlined. Okay, so please make sure someone joined. Okay, let me quickly share it with you again. Okay. For those of you who are doing moderation, this is the only document that we need to complete. Okay, nothing else. You complete this document and use the tools to complete. If you can see from the first page, the document indicates where everything that is highlighted as yellow is what you complete. Where they ask you what is your name, your surname, your ID, all this is what's supposed to be completed. And all activities are put into Microsoft Word. So you must be able to type the answers or use a separate sheet, complete it separately, and then attach it or upload it to your portal. Okay, so all the questions are indicated into the moderation guide rather than being separate. So for you to make it easy, if you are going to complete manual POE, please download it, print it out, and then or download it, complete it on your computer. All questions are here. We have got close to about 12 questions that needs to be completed, right? 12 questions that needs to be complete, or 12 activities. And some of these activities, we have got 2 activities that are practical. In other words, we've got the practical simulation 1 and then the practical simulation 2 that you need to simulate on conduct of moderations. So there are 12 activities that needs to be done. All right. So in moderation as well, we've got a full video. We've got a full video on moderation. Please follow that video. Follow that video and then you'll be able to complete. However, I encourage people who are doing moderation, attend our Wednesday class for moderation. Please attend that class for moderation on Wednesday. You won't miss out because it's going to be focusing directly on that very class. Okay. So I want to encourage individuals who are doing moderator course. This is only 2 documents. This POE and the templates, that's what you use to complete. We've got some people here who have done the course already, like our senior students who are on the master's program. We've got Daniel here, Pastor Daniel. He has done the moderation course. You can also contact him. It's right here. Thank you for joining as well. He's also doing one of our master's program in SDF. So you can contact him and be able to join, get that support. So in moderation practices, please make sure that you use only those 2 documents. Only these 2 documents. Let me quickly share with you those 2 documents. I think I need to stop sharing and then I share the entire screen, because if I don't share the entire screen, you won't be able to see how I navigate. Okay, this is what I'm sharing right now. These are the 2 documents that we need in moderation. Another one, the POE and then the templates. Now we've got the guideline. This is just a guideline to help you, to show you how to complete moderator tools. It's a guide. So when it says guideline, it's not the tool that you're going to use. We only have 2 tools, the POE and the templates. The template is for you to use to conduct moderations. Use the templates to conduct moderations. And that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, our time has run out. Our time has run out, but I encourage you, please catch me tonight. Catch me tonight, 7:30. Then I will continue with the class of facilitation. Tonight, we're going to put up a session, which is very much interesting. 7:30, the class will be on and live, and then we can continue from there. Thank you for attending this session. This was very much interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing you tonight, 7:30, to complete. The guys who are doing facilitation, please join me tonight. Facilitator class only. Please, if you are not a facilitator class student, do not join this class for tonight. Only facilitator class must join tonight to complete facilitation session only. And then the other people that I need to see are the ones that have got interest to join the OD class. The OD class, if you want to do the OD RPL, also join that class, because I'm going to take you through on the registration part of it to complete the registration with the ETDP SITA before you can commence your class. Thank you so much and have a blessed day. God bless you. Shalom.
Are we off?